Learning Equal Halves, Part 1. Today we will learn what is a half and how are things divided into two equal parts.
I have got a sandwich for lunch today. What have you got today, Ayushman?
Today I have got one paratha.
Why don't we share our food today? Sure, you can have my paratha. Hey, if you give me the whole paratha, what will you eat? Let us share. I meant we divide our food into two equal halves. You give half of your paratha to me, I will give you half of my sandwich.
Half means dividing anything into two equal parts, right?
Yes, like I have 4 sandwiches. If we divide 4 sandwiches into 2 equal parts, then one part will have 2 sandwiches. I will keep one part for myself and the other part I will share with you. Now look, I have 2 sandwiches and you too have 2 sandwiches.
Yes, now I have half of your sandwich. But we could count the sandwiches and find the number of halves. But I have only one paratha. How will we divide it into two halves?
This is very easy. We will cut it from the middle. Now look, we made 2 equal halves of one paratha. Now you eat one part and I will eat one part.
This means objects can be counted and divided to make a half.
Yes.
Today my mother has also given me buttermilk in this bottle. How do we divide this into two halves?
I also don't know. Why don't we ask Madam after finishing our lunch?
Okay.
Hello, Madam.
Hello, Vandana and Ayushman. Tell me what is the matter? Madam, we want to know how to divide objects into halves. There are different ways to divide different objects, Ayushman. First, tell me what object you want to divide. This bottle has buttermilk and we want to divide this into two halves between us. Okay. This buttermilk is a liquid. Liquid is measured in liter or milliliter. Look, it must be written somewhere on this bottle. How many milliliters of buttermilk does it contain? But I cannot see. Show it to me. See, here it says that this bottle has 300 milliliters of buttermilk. We use ml to write milliliter. Half of the 300 ml will be 150 ml. Which means if we divide the buttermilk in two equal halves, we both will get 150 ml each. Am I correct, madam? You are absolutely correct, Ayushman.
But how will we measure 150 ml?
See, there are different measuring cups to measure liquid. But we do not have those cups with us right now. Then how will we measure the buttermilk? Look, I have 2 cups here. A normal size cup is approximately 150 ml. You can pour the buttermilk in both these cups. Okay. Both the cups are completely filled. This means that the buttermilk has been divided into two equal parts. Now we have learned to divide all types of objects into halves. No, you still haven't learned to divide all types of objects into halves.
What objects cannot be divided into two equal halves?
Tomorrow I will get those objects that you haven't learned to divide into two halves. Only then I will tell you about them. Now you both please go to your class as it's time for your class. Yes, madam, we will come tomorrow. Today we learned that to divide an object into two halves means to divide it into two equal parts. Some objects can be counted and divided into halves. Like Vandana had 4 sandwiches, so we counted them and divided them. Some objects are divided on the basis of their size, such as the paratha. and liquid is measured in liter or milliliter to be divided into two equal halves. Learning equal halves, Part 2. Today we will learn how objects are divided into two equal halves using their weight. Come Ayushman and Vandana, I knew you both would definitely come. Madam, have you got those objects that we have not learned to divide into two equal halves? Yes, Ayushman, I have got them.
Then show them to us, madam.
Look, Vandana, I have kept those objects here. What is there in these boxes? Dal and basin. Yes, dal and basin. Tell me, how will you divide dal and basin into two equal parts?
We can divide dal into two parts because we can count dal.
Okay, please try.
I will start counting from this pile of dal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This pile is huge. By the time I finish this, it will be late in the evening.
This is not the right way to measure dal. This means this is not the way to divide dal into two equal halves. We can neither cut nor count it, and unlike the liquid, we cannot measure basin. So how do we divide basin? Just like we use liter to measure liquid, we use gram to measure solid objects. Objects like dal, which are not easy to count, and objects like basin that cannot be counted, are measured in grams.
This means after measuring basin in grams, we can divide it into two halves?
Yes. If you have 500-gram basin, then you can divide it into 250 grams each.
But madam, how do we measure objects in grams?
We use a scale and weights to measure in grams. What is a weight, madam? Weights are iron pieces of different grams which are made by taking the accurate measure. Weights come in different measures of 50 grams, 100 grams, 250 grams, 500 grams, 1000 grams, etc. Look, the thing you want to measure is kept on one side of the scale and one or more weights depending upon the requirement on the other side. When both sides are in balance, this means that the weight on both sides are equal. When both sides are equal, we calculate the weights added. The weight of the item is the same as the weights added. The weight of this dal is 500 grams. Now to divide this into two equal parts, we will measure 250 grams. For this, we will keep 250 gram weight on one side of the scale and we will keep adding dal on the other side of the scale till both sides of the scale are balanced. Look, now there is 250 gram dal on one side of the scale. In this way, we can divide solid objects into equal halves.
I have understood, madam. Some objects have to be measured using weights to divide them.
Absolutely right, Vandana. Now it is time for your class, so please go to your class. Today you learned that some objects are divided into half based on their weight. A scale and weights are used to measure the weight of any item. Learning equal halves, Part 3. Today we will learn things can be divided into half in a number of ways.
Hello, madam.
Hello, Vandana and Ayushman. Today I have got chocolates for both of you. Here you go.
Thank you, madam.
And for me, I have got only one chocolate for both of you. You both divide this chocolate into half. Okay, madam. Thank you.
I will divide this chocolate into half.
In how many ways can you divide this chocolate into halves? This chocolate has 6 pieces. This is one way I can divide it into 2 equal parts. I will break this from the middle. Like this, there will be 2 equal parts.
Is there any other way to divide this chocolate in half?
Look, Vandana, we can divide this into 2 equal parts like this. By using this way to divide in 2 parts, we still have 3 pieces each.
I did not think that we can divide into 2 equal parts using this way. Then it can also be divided into 2 equal parts like this.
Absolutely right, Vandana. This means that the same thing can be divided into halves in many ways. Yes, look at this paper. It is a rectangular paper and it can also be cut into halves in many ways. You also try to divide it into halves in many ways.
This paper can be divided into equal halves in this way.
You have divided it into 2 halves in quite a few ways. Yet there are many more ways by which it can be divided into halves. What are the other ways by which it can be divided into halves? Look, this is also another way. Oh yes, this can be divided into half like this too.
We didn't think of this.
Similarly, there are more ways in which they can be divided into half.
I have understood. This means the paper is measured based on its area. So we can divide it into half in any way. We just have to take care that the 2 parts are of the same area.
Absolutely right, Vandana. Today you learned there can be several ways to divide objects into halves depending on its area. Like Vandana and Ayushman divided the paper into 2 halves in different ways.